and welcome to Caesar Productions. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the new update. So, Niantic have put the prices up, as you can see here, $1.95 for the... But now your remotes and your premiums have essentially switched. That's what's happened. So they're saying that they want us to want the more Go aspect, which I believe is part of their license, and I believe is probably why this is happening. They're getting certain things happening to them because since COVID, everyone's sat on the sofas and been raiding 4XLs when the game was never set up for that, which isn't good. We know Niantic make a lot of money. We know they make a lot of money. Onwards of $1 billion a year for the amount that we spend and what we do. But is it just through raiding and buying things through the shop that they're making money out of us? No, it's not. So our data is being sold through Niantic. It's that simple. It is one of those things, games do it all the time. It's not new news. It is in there right up somewhere. You do have to read it quite hard to find it. But they're selling our data and they're making money off our data. So when they turn around and they say, we're going to put remote raids up to 195, it's going to make everyone just outrage and kick off. And that's exactly what's happened. And people have done silly things. We've heard of death threats and stuff like that sent to Niantic employees. Not great. As a community, we shouldn't be doing things like that. But at the same time, you can't stop everyone. Not everyone is going to follow the same pattern. If the community turned around and said, we're not going to pay you a penny for 3 months, Niantic would listen. That's about the only thing they will listen to. They won't listen to a 4-week thing where half of the people that sign up will do it and some will still keep paying. I mean, there are people out there that will pay the $1.95 for the remote raids, and their argument is that you can only do so many in a day, so you can't spend lots of money. So again, I think this is a way for them to combat certain situations that have fallen on them since we've come out of COVID. They have very much been falling under the gambling license. Falling under like there's no tomorrow. I mean, your raids, if you want to break it down, you're essentially paying for a remote raid pass to do a raid, which you're not got a guaranteed catch out of. You don't have even the only reason it's guaranteed is if it's shiny. That is the only reason. And how many shinies do we get out of raids? Not many. So when it comes to it, I don't really understand why people are using Heroes Niantic to say we want this reverted. I don't think it should be reverted. I think it's good, but not for the reasons Niantic are doing it. People shouldn't be sitting at home playing Pokemon Go and just making XLs on the sofa. That doesn't work. That puts a big dent in a lot of players. But at the same time, we all know that this update is only really benefiting people that are playing non-legit. So people that are using apps like PG Sharp, iPogo, Polygon, PAG. These are all apps that are out there. They are third party. They are not classified with Niantic. They are breaking the terms and conditions, but people will do what they want. I mean, even when it comes to alt accounting, having an alt account is something that is very frowned upon and is written again in the terms and conditions that is not okay and will be terminated for things like this if they were to find out. How are they going to find out? They could track our IP address, they could do those things, but are they going to? Are they going to spend the time doing that? We don't know. But for the last 6 years, people have definitely had alt accounts. You say you give, let's give a very low estimation of 30%. Let's say 30%. It's a wrong number. It's a bad number. It's a wrong number. Let's say that it was 30% before this update. You're looking more like 70 to 80% now. People are going to make, they'll make alt accounts, get them to level 40, have some counters on there, so you can take tier 5 raids on their own. They won't need to, worry about whether they've invited the same person too many times, because now it will say this person has done too many raids. I just feel that maybe we're jumping on the wrong part of the bandwagon. We're saying, Niantic, we want you to revert the remote raid pass changes that you've done. I don't think we should be doing that. I think they should be giving us XLs. So this event that's coming up now, where every Pokemon that you transfer, you will get an XL for it. That's great. But actually, with everything they've done recently and the amount they've ignored us, I really feel that this event should just turn around and every Pokemon that you delete, you just get a rare XL. Because imagine if you could delete 100 Pokemon, I delete 296 of my Pokemon and I go and build my next level 50 legendary. I would go and do that because that's what I've been waiting for. That's what I want to do. That's what the game's been for. I've been trying to build Mew for ages. The real problem is that this affects the community in so many different ways. You have the people that are hard of moving around. They can't go like other people. They are affected. Anyone that was buying remotes are now just going to buy. Anyone that was buying remotes and spoofing are just going to buy premiums because now they're the price and they can just go to the areas. We still have busy areas. We know for a fact that places like Zaragoza, New York, anywhere that is a hotspot, people stay there and they just farm up. They farm out, and that's what's going to happen. Is we're going to have more and more and more of that. So it means another ban wave coming. You know, a lot of people are going to be disgruntled again, but Niantic is still going to make a buck. So I just want everyone to remember that no matter what you say or how you kind of deliver yourself at the moment, Niantic's still going to make money out of you because you're still paying them. One way or another, everyone is still paying them, and I don't really see why. I think we need a boycott. But it's up to the community. If the community are ready to turn around and say, no, we want to make a stand, let's do it. But I just don't feel the community is ready. Because we've got hooked on this game, and Niantic know that. We are so hooked on it. But essentially, we were originally hooked on building Google Maps. Because we weren't really playing Pokemon, what we were actually doing in essence was building Google Maps. And that's why suddenly we went to Wayfarer and Niantic cut ties with Google. Now, I don't know why they did that. Maybe it was just the end of contract. They are definitely using a different service now. You're not doing it through Google Maps. But at the same time, what was that all about? Where does that leave us? And where is this update taking us? You know, we have level 60 on the cards. Are we going to have to pay for it? Is that what's going to happen? We know that Niantic have also had a monthly subscription written in their code for a long time. Data mining has proved this before. It is sitting there. It's something that could happen to us, which then means there's other ways for them to charge us and make more money out of us. I just think this is a little bit crazy, and Niantic seem to be delivering the message as well as a directive, and I think that needs to be stopped. Well, this has definitely been a rant from Caesar Productions. I'm Caesar. I've been the one ranting. I hope you've enjoyed. I know this might be a bit controversial. Some people may agree, some people may not. That's perfectly fine. Everyone has their own opinion. Do let us know. Drop a few comments here, but just happy ELO hunting, and make sure if you are still playing, make sure to enjoy yourself. Because that's the worst part now, is that people are just going to be playing and angry, which is just a little bit crazy. So again, GG's to everyone. Happy ELO hunting, and I'll see you soon.